What happens when the place meant to protect the vulnerable becomes a hunting ground? The Albuquerque Opportunity Center, presented to the public as a place of safety, a refuge, a second chance. But the truth is much darker. This is no shelter. This is a hunting ground, a place where human beings are drugged, exploited, trafficked, and ritually abused. This so-called opportunity center has no opportunity, unless you count the opportunity for the staff and residents alike to exploit, abuse, and traffic other human beings. And the deeper you dig, the more sinister the foundation becomes. The Opportunity Center was built by Masons, a family with an agenda. Into its very walls they sealed an object, a key to open a gateway, a portal of perversion. This gateway was designed to channel corruption, lust, and spiritual bondage into the building itself. I tried to close it several times, but the constant poisoning of my food and water, the exhaustion from lack of sleep, and the sex magic rituals performed inside, all of it kept the portal reopening again and again. What was meant to be a shelter was constructed as a temple, a dark engine of perversion. Inside this so-called refuge, fentanyl is currency. Residents sell it openly, with the quiet approval of staff. Complaints? Ignored. Reports? Buried. The poison spreads, with the blessing of those paid to protect it. I was told 3 times that I was on the list for the Job Connect program. 4 months later, no job, no outreach, no opportunity, just lies stacked upon lies. The corruption goes deeper than drugs. Staff sleep with residents. One of the female staff inside, a sweet, godly woman, was exploited by multiple men. The ringleader, a narcissist possessed by unclean spirits, partnering with a karmic ex who had been attempting to control and pervert me since the day we met. He used sex magic, dark rituals, and manipulation to ensnare her and to project confusion onto me, making it seem as if she was my twin flame. It was all a part of a humiliation ritual. Their plan? To film, to expose, to disgrace us both. One resident laughed in my face. "We're all fucking your girl," he said. The joke's on them because she was never mine. It was an illusion. She was a sweet soul that I was called to love and to assist in healing. And because of her patterns of abuse, she chose to bind herself to a man serving darker forces. I don't condemn her. I pitied and prayed for her. I prayed that she find her way back to herself, back to God, but most importantly, I prayed for her mortal soul to be protected from their perversion, from their demons ensnaring and binding her to their darkness. These residents don't just abuse, they perform rituals, bindings, confusion, psychic attacks. Some residents were allowed to stay longer than me. No job, no school, no plan, all because they were a part of the gang-stalking apparatus designed to break me down. During my 4 months there, I was poisoned multiple times. My food, my water, laced with fentanyl and other substances, but by divine DNA, I survived, spared from death, or worse, spiritual possession. This shelter is a trafficking hub. The most vulnerable are the ones too high to know where they are. These are the ones that are targeted, the ones too lost to resist. Residents walk in drunk, high, aggressive and violent, allowed to harass and threaten others. But when I defend myself, staff threaten to expel me. One man even brought a gun inside to intimidate me. He was expelled, but police were never called. Another resident, a hired assassin, had a gun hidden under his bed the entire time he lived there. The intimidation is constant. The harassment is deliberate. Gang stalking thrives inside these walls, targeting those who refuse to bow to the corruption. AOC staff steal from residents. They rifled through my belongings, looking for excuses to kick me out. They wanted me back on the streets, where I'd be an easier target, easier to silence. For 8 months before going to the AOC, I was homeless. Now,